Hey guys, it is Prince's birthday today. I'm going to be celebrating by making a cocktail and talking about movies. Now, Prince did not drink, so for those of you who do not drink, this is going to be a cocktail for you. There's 0 alcohol in it. Technically, Prince also didn't celebrate birthdays, but you gotta give me one. And let's just move on from that. So I'm going to be talking about 3 movies today, one of them more than others because it's my favorite, and I'm going to be showing you how to make this, which I am calling the Cherry Moon. There actually was a cherry on here, but I ate it. This is actually a really simple drink, and it is basically just a pineapple mimosa. It is a mimosa with pineapple juice and non-alcoholic champagne. So to make this drink, all you're going to need is pineapple juice, champagne. You can also use sparkling white grape juice if you'd like. I cut it with a little bit of club soda or sparkling water just because it was too sweet with just the grape juice and the pineapple juice. You're also going to need some club soda or sparkling water, and to color it, I just used a little squirty thing of Kool-Aid. It was just the easiest thing I could find, and you want this to be unsweetened because this is going to float, and sugar is going to sink to the bottom. Anything that's less sweet is going to rise to the top, so that's how you make a floating thing in a cocktail. Now, this drink was inspired by the drink that Francesca Annis, I hope I'm pronouncing that right because I've seen it a million times and realized I've never said it out loud. She was in Dune. She was Mrs. Wellington in Under the Cherry Moon, and in the opening scene, she's drinking this drink that to me I always thought looked like squirt in a glass with a sugar rim, and I just wanted it. It looked good. I didn't know what it was. So I've kind of taken that opening scene and used that as a concept to create this. You're going to start with a tall, narrow glass with a sugar rim. To make the sugar rim, what I like to do is take a little bit of light corn syrup, spread it on a plate, dip the glass in it, dip it in sugar, and it's nice and set. I don't know if that's how you're supposed to do it. That's just how I do it. Fill the glass with ice. You're going to add about 3 ounces of the champagne or sparkling grape juice, whatever you want, about 3 ounces of pineapple juice, and then take a little bit of the club soda and Kool-Aid kind of mix, like an unsweetened cherry Kool-Aid, and you're gonna pour just a bit on the top of this. It's gonna float and just kind of, this is under the cherry moon. So this is the cherry moon, and it's the thing. I garnished this with a couple cherries, skewered by a toothpick and just sitting right on top of the glass. 1 cherry would probably make more sense because it's the cherry moon, but I use 2 because I like maraschino cherries. Serve this with a straw and you can stir this up. It doesn't add much of a cherry flavor to it, just a little bit, but you can see it kind of starts to turn a bit of a pinky color. It's really good. This is really good. And I've never had a pineapple mimosa before. I'm sure it's a thing, but it made me want to get a pineapple mimosa next time. Like, people are like, let's have mimosas and have breakfast. I'm like, let's do it with pineapple juice instead, because I think it's like way better. You could obviously make this alcoholic if you want. This is one of those things that you can kind of fuss with and make it as fancy or as not fancy as you want. I just like the way it looks, so that's what I did. We're going to talk about 3 movies because there are really 3 movies that Prince made. You can argue and say that there are some videos that were sort of made into films and all that kind of stuff and blah, blah, blah. And there's concert films. I'm not including Sign of the Times in this list, though it was a theatrical release concert film from memory, from what I remember, and a very good one. I'm just going to be talking about Purple Rain, Graffiti Bridge, and Under the Cherry Moon. I'm going to save the best for last. We're going to start with Purple Rain. Now, some people are going to say, what? That's the best one. Now, when DVDs, I've got this. Okay, this is the thing. When DVDs first came out, Purple Rain was actually one of the first DVDs that was available. This is in pan and scan. It's not in widescreen. I've had this since 1990 whatever, when I paid like $350 for a DVD player, and people were buying DivX. Do you remember DivX? You forgot about it. I just blew your mind. So then it had, I don't even know if it had special features on it. Oh, it does have soundtrack remastered interactive menu. The interactive menu is the special feature on this. That's how old this is. Not long ago, there was a anniversary edition that came out that has a lot more special features on it. It's actually bumped it to widescreen, which is really nice. Purple Rain is a very good movie. It is the movie that Prince is most known for. It is his most popular. It's easily the most accessible out of all these movies. It is a fun movie with music, and it's 80s, and it's just a lot of fun. So it is worth watching. It just happens to not be my favorite because I'm a bit of a sort of a weirdo fan that way. Graffiti Bridge actually kind of probably got me through high school. I recorded this off of probably HBO, and I had it on VHS, and I just wore that tape out and I watched it over and over and over again. I made myself several of the outfits that Prince wears I may or may not have worn these to my senior photo session in high school. I loved this movie. This is actually the sequel to Purple Rain. I don't know that the movie will make any more sense if you know that than it would if you didn't know that. If you're a big fan, you're probably going to like it. It has Rosie Gaines in it. So it's got sort of, he's moving into the new power generation, and the Diamonds and Pearls album came out shortly after this. So you see some of those band members that turned up in the early 90s. They're going to be in this. No More Revolution. That was Purple Rain. So I was obsessed with it as a teenager. It's still kind of fun. Favorite movie of all time by Prince, Under the Cherry Moon. Easy. This is a black and white film from 1986 starring Prince, and it's got Jerome Benton, but it also has Kristen Scott Thomas, and I think like her first role or her first big role. So this is a fabulous, fun, just fun film. This is Prince as an American gigolo living on the French Riviera, trying to get Kristen Scott Thomas to fall in love with him because he's going to take her money because she's very wealthy and blah, blah, blah. Hilarity ensues. It's not really a straight up no, it actually is. It's funny. It's funny, it's cute, it's goofy, it's silly. It's everyone who I've showed it to ever, and I used to make all my friends watch this movie. Everyone, like, it's like they go into it kicking and screaming. No, they're not going to. No way. Don't. Please don't. Please don't. Not black and white. Not a black and white Prince film. No. And then when it's done, everybody's like, okay, that was actually really fun. I've mentioned this before. I like movies now and then where it just looks like everybody had a good time. And this is a movie where it just looks like everybody had a good time. It is also one of my favorite Prince records. I have Dirty Mind, the soundtrack to Under the Cherry Moon, Love Sexy. Those are my top three for completely different reasons. And the soundtrack to Under the Cherry Moon, which is the album is called Parade, I love simply because it makes me smile. Every time I listen to it, it just makes me happy. And that's why I like it. So check it out. Make this, because this is really tasty. And it's really, I'm like, I'm going to have to fuss with this. And I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to spend all day trying to invent this cocktail. I don't know if it's going to work. That is so good. And check the movies out anytime. Doesn't have to be in June 7th. It's just Prince's birthday. But again, Prince didn't celebrate birthdays. One of the things that he said that I truly, truly loved, and I'm probably completely making this up or certainly paraphrasing it, is that you only ever had one birthday, the day you were born. That's it. Everything else that you celebrate after that is just like the anniversary of that day. But the idea that you would tally them into some sort of a number doesn't make any sense. The number means nothing because we don't know what year it is and time doesn't really exist. There. Under the Cherry Moon. Yow. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it. I hope that you enjoy this. I hope that you check those out. And if you do, let me know. I'll see you later. Bye. And happy birthday, Prince.